Okay, let's see whether this is working or not. Okay, let's see whether this is working or not. Yep, audio censorship. Okay,
Great.
I think that's literally just from the game.
Yep.
Never mind. Alright, so where did we get to with this? Is traffic still an absolute... Oh wow, that's a lot of people. This game and its amount of people is just unreal. The fact that they don't have a way to control pedestrians as well, other than traffic lights, which are just derpy as hell. Okay. Alright, so we've got our car park over here, which is now no longer getting filled. It seems like it is filled. Perfect. So, what about this one? It's getting there. It looks like all of the traffic is now parking on the motorway. Fabulous. Everything wants to come off down to here, and then it's just not moving. Just not moving at all. Again, pedestrians just crossing whenever they want. Okay, I'm going to try and not get hung up on the fact that the traffic is just god-awful. Instead, I'm going to get hung up on something else. So, why do we have no vehicles? Oh, for goodness sakes. This game and its desire to have every single vehicle allocated. This one's not even using any vehicles. What? This one's using all of its vehicles. Is it something to do with... maybe they can't get over there. Battery depleted. Oh my goodness. It's like jumping from one problem to another. Okay. Let's see. What's going on with power? Consumption 832 megawatts. Production 734. So obviously we are in a bit of a deficit over here. Garbage filling up, of course. What's our 22 megawatts? Should have never bothered with this silly dam. Okay. Let's just go for the nuclear option and build it off in the corner or something. Of course, I'm going to have to flatten this out a bit. Just like the CERN Large Hadron Collider. Unless we put it over in this corner somewhere. I don't think it's going to need that much traffic going to and from it. Kind of just exists. From what I know of this game, at least. To be honest, I haven't really placed a nuclear one in this game, I don't think. But hey, why not? These high power Guessing that one's the high power line. Right, road required. How much does this create? 750. It's already creating, apparently. At least up here it won't get in the way of anything with its pollution. Mind you, it shouldn't really be creating any pollution. But anyway, genuinely don't know whether the nuclear power can, for lack of a better word, go nuclear and explode. I'm guessing it can. That's probably going to need power as well now. Oh, and water and sewage. Right. This is so damn stupid. Let's just do... Which one of these is high power and which one is... Looks like this is high power. So this must be low power. Let's just do a straight in out. Oh, and then the slope's too steep for this lot. It does look absolutely stupid, but... I don't know how I'm going to get the power... How am I going to get the power up to there? Like... Is that going to... Oh, so... Sorry. That to there, slope was too steep. That to there works. Okay. Alright. So we've got the power line down here, which currently isn't really doing much. Could probably connect down to this one and then go just clean across down to here and then connect in. I don't think connecting to is going to do much, but what we could do is have like a second power line which goes up this way and connects in up this way. So then that should offer a second way for power to get up to the bulk of the city. We've got a power coming across here. We got power there. What if we did... Can we do power lines here? No, we can't. What if we did... I'm just slightly concerned that the power coming down here won't... The power cables won't be able to take it all. Because... Oh, He got sewage and water issues. I should have thought that. Never mind. I'll just plug it in down there. That should sort it out. And power's already feeding down there. Okay. So we're creating 750. Let's just say 700 megawatts. It's going to bounce around a bit. That's fine. It's enough. But then how much can one of these take? These can take 400 megawatts. So 2 of them should be enough to power the city. And it looks like it is spreading it out, actually, spreading the load across those 2, which is good. And we're even exporting some. So hopefully now we are producing enough electricity to meet our demands, and we're not just relying on the power from the batteries. Why is there a burnout? Yeah, it's just an accident. Okay, fine. The batteries down here will be charging. Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. Right. So we do have traffic issues down here. It seems like it's just having a bit of trouble processing it all, actually. I don't know what I can do to stop the pedestrians from just crossing whenever they want, other than putting traffic lights on, and I don't want to put traffic lights on. It's kind of annoying that the pedestrians just cause so many problems. Especially considering we've actually got a path underneath. It doesn't come up to this point, but maybe we should turn off crossing here. Maybe allow one out from here. Down to... How low does it have to go to reach that? I don't... Small post office. Let's try from here up to here. Delete that, which is perfectly fine. So hopefully if they want to get across, if we turn off the crossings here, they can go down the other way. And that might at least allow a little bit more traffic to flow. They're still just crossing. I don't know whether that's just the AI trying to be... It's almost like it's trying to be smart and be like, ah, I know there's no crossing here, but I don't care, this is the shortest route. Or it could just be because the crossing has just been removed. The pathing AI hasn't worked out a different route. Either way, I just want them to use the alternate routes that I've provided. You know, they can go around if they really want to get from here to here, but I completely get that it's not the quickest route. But what more can I do? It looks like some of them have stopped coming this way. Should be good. It's literally always just pedestrians. Always pedestrians. Anyway, on to the next issue. Down here, so we've got our nice big roundabout here, which isn't necessarily the best option for traffic, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roads going into it, but it's more just a nice central piece. But of course, traffic's causing issue elsewhere. Don't know what's going on here. They're just avoiding nothing. I don't really know what's going on here. Looks like traffic is just taking its sweet time. I reckon partly it's to do with a lot of moving in, as we did this last episode or so. But, you know, like, sometimes the game just doesn't play ball. We've got a lot of waiting for hearses around here, so I think what I might try doing is putting in a cemetery around here somewhere. Maybe at this point near the police headquarters. This might be a good spot for one. And we might as well put in its upgrades. This one might fit quite nicely here, actually. There we go. So none of those are an extra garage for more vehicles, which is a bit annoying, but what can you do? So we don't have vehicles over here. Could that just be because vehicles can't get over here? So we should be able to come across from this route here. But they're just not managing to get there. It gives me no information other than no vehicles. There are currently no vehicles available. Consider building more depots to gain access to a larger pool of vehicles. Well, hang on. What about this depot, which is literally using no vehicles? Is it something to do with the way it's hooked up? All of these are hooked up the same way these ones are. And this one's using its vehicles. Is this one? No, this one isn't actually. Huh. Why are only certain vehicles getting used? What if we try putting a subway depot over this way? So maybe just put a subway yard around here somewhere. If we were to put in an alleyway down here, which should allow us to just build our subway depot, and I'll put a bit of a curve on this one so that it sort of goes in up from where the main route in is. We don't want this to be traffic lighted. In fact, we don't want that to be traffic lighted either, but it isn't, which is good. That should be alright. If we put that in somewhere like there, we might as well add the extra tracks straight away and the maintenance depot, because why would we not? Apparently this has no pedestrian access. Okay, should it? Maybe. So with this one, I don't know which direction these trains are meant to be going in and out of. If I'm honest, there isn't exactly directions on the actual tracks, so if I were to guess, I would say that it comes out similarly to this one. Let's make sure that's in the middle, because otherwise it's going to be slightly off and it's going to bug me. So if we go down to say 15, hopefully it will tunnel, and then I would guess that it would be left hand side for this one, although I don't know about that maintenance place. And then on would be this way. So, in theory, if we now connect these up, like so, this can send trains over. It looks like that's started to do so. Okay, maybe it's just because they couldn't path from over here to over here, even though there was a direct route through. either way, it's all sorted. We've probably got similar problems like this one not having vehicles, even though there's loads of bus depots around. In fact, that one's in full use. So maybe if we double check them, maybe they are in full use. Where's the other bus depot? I know there's one around here somewhere. Is it this? No, that's just a stop. Maybe there genuinely isn't enough vehicles. Where did I put the bus depot? I know it was somewhere around here. Oh, that's it. 92. Okay, yeah, it is using all of its vehicles. Okay. Maybe we need to add some more bus depots. Just, it's so silly that there isn't larger options. I know that you can add like more and more garages, but that just adds 10 vehicles each time. Like, what if I need like a genuinely large amount of buses, like say 100 buses for a large city? You'd have to build at least 4 of these, or one of these with what, like 8 of the extra garages. It just, I don't know, just rubs me up wrong. It's not really helpful. Alright, pop on the electric as some of them use it. And then, other than that, I can't really build more. So that now has 65 vehicles. Let's see whether that helps with some of the old buses not being available. Is there just a way that I can see how many buses are needed versus how many? So there's 52 lines. Zero buses. Where would it tell me how many buses are required? Some of these have loads of passengers. See train station, low density. Could you just take me to this route? Ah, okay. So that's down to here. Wow, okay. Has no vehicles. Great. Okay. That might be why it's got so many passengers if it's not got any vehicles. Let's try building up another bus depot. See whether maybe we can flatten out some land over here. Rather than it all being on a slope. Let's put in a bus depot. I don't know whether it would be better to have just multiple bus depots. I suppose for the size of it, it is about 2.5 of those garages. What if we do an alleyway out, and then we do bus depot. We'll put the electric on, and then would we be able to fit a second line of these behind it? Possibly put some over here. if we maybe build out from here. Flatten this area. I'm hoping that this is enough space for another one. I'm just going to try and cram as many of them in as possible. Probably isn't the best solution, but it's about the only solution there is, unfortunately. Right, what if I try and build over here? No, it's too far out. Okay. Right. So you can't really build two depths out. Because it just doesn't have the connection to the main building. But you could probably build like here on this road. Yep. So that now has 155 buses. It's the biggest bus depot. Let's see whether that actually makes much difference to the amount of buses that are actually used on our routes. It looks like they're all getting some buses. This one only has 2, but then again it's got 0 passengers. Which ones have the most passengers? I'm actually curious. Oh, that's the wrong way around. Oh my goodness, this one has 666. It's a bit worrying. I think it is actually that one that we were looking at. Yeah, this one. So this link from the station up to the train station we could actually put another subway interface here, although it's overlapping. Ah, we've got a train route underneath which is getting in the way. Okay, I wonder whether if you have a train line, in fact, let me test this. If you have a double train track, but then let's say you want to put a subway right next to it, or through it, it kind of tries to do like a bridge over, although not very well. It'd be nice if it's gonna go over, it would actually go over. But hey ho, who's nitpicking? So you can't use train track as subway and vice versa, I'm guessing. So if we were to have a subway route, you can't put a train line through it, and you can't connect in a subway. So they are completely separate networks. Even though both have trains go on them, albeit slightly different trains. Okay, so we would have to probably move this bit underneath here, which shouldn't be too hard, but then is all going to get in the way. That's something to take into account going forward, at least. We've got a traffic accident over here somehow. How did the garbage truck get over here? What's this bin lorry driver doing? Maybe he's just gone on a murderous rampage and decided to drive it straight through the city, which is a bit tragic. So many accidents. Why is there so many accidents? So I guess something we could look at is our schools. I mean, it's not like we don't have a decent amount of capacity, it's just we don't have enough. We almost do have enough for high schools, but I think that's probably just a case of we can only put through so many elementary school students into it. Everything else is in the red. And I don't think I actually put in any schools over here, so that isn't great. So maybe if I put in some city elementary schools and what have you, I'll put one over here behind the National Gallery of Art. Put in the extension. Again, these numbers just don't add up, so we now have another 2,000 capacity and it's instantly full because we need 100,000. So, I mean, that's probably, oh no, that is actually the best way to do it. So it's the smallest footprint, the largest amount of capacity at 1,500 like that and 2,000 like this, but we'll need many more of these in order to, what, about 50 of them? Yeah, 50 odd, right, to fill up the entire lot. Maybe we just start splattering them everywhere, because it just doesn't make sense. There isn't really a way to do it other than masses of capacity via just spamming them, which isn't what I want to do. I'd rather just have a few choice places that ultimately provide enough capacity for everything, but it's just not enough. There's going to be an elementary school on every bloody street at this rate. In fact, there's 2 on these streets. It's just ridiculous. Right, where are they? I haven't actually allocated these to this region. It's a shame you can't multi-select. Yeah, you can't select multiple of the same thing. What about marquee select? Nope, you can't do that either. Am I missing any? Have I upgraded them all? Is that one upgraded? Yep, that one's upgraded. 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 All of these are upgraded. What about this one? No. How do I select this particular thing? So So there's 57,000 currently in this. 10,000 of those are children. 10,000 of them are uneducated. 20,000 are poorly educated. Education level determines the citizens' job opportunities, wages, and their work efficiency. Their average education level also affects how much garbage they produce. Well, it doesn't necessarily say that an uneducated person is going to create more garbage than a highly educated person. You just, I guess, meant to assume it's that way round. I mean, unless it isn't, and it's actually a case of it's the other way round. A highly educated person creates more garbage than an uneducated person. I don't know why. Why would they say that education has anything to do with garbage? You still eat the same. It's both. All would need to eat. All of them would need clothes and create waste in various different manners. Citizens' age determines their education opportunities and whether or not they can work. Age also affects citizen health. As they grow older, they are more prone to falling ill. So is there any way to get like more information about this section? Like how many students I have in this area? I'm just meant to guess. I guess if there's 10,000 children, I'd need about 5 elementary schools that have the 2,000 capacity, right? I mean, I'm only going to build this area out, so we'll probably need more in the long term. Are all of these full? Yes. So, how is there only 10,000 children? Unless that's not necessarily all children. How do I know what they are? There is no way to know. And now there's a traffic jam. Great. I have nothing. There's nothing I can do here. I guess I could go into the line and then this is so similar to the other one. Alright, why is it? So it does need to go out that way. Oh, it looks like it's reset everything because all of the vehicles have despawned. Joyous. Well, never mind, I guess. I would have thought they'd stop before blocking the entire junction. I'm guessing the game's not... Whoa, what are they... What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Jesus. Trains don't care about pedestrians getting in the way. Why the fuck are the pedestrians on the actual train track? What is going on here? There's a bloody dog! What's going on? I'm going to pretend like I didn't notice this. I'm guessing it's where all the trains despawned. See, in a game like Transport Fever, you'd be able to actually control this. I suppose you wouldn't be able to control the pedestrians on the road, though. So, you know, each game has its flaws, but in fairness, this is just a bit bananas, really. Okay, well, if they're all full, then at least they're getting used, right? It's not money down the drain. So, how many... The eligibility's gone up, and the capacity's still, pardon me, not covering it. What can I do, in all seriousness, to make a serious dent in it? We need, like, stats on where the actual eligibility is, because at the moment I don't know whether there's more. There's probably going to be a lot up here because there isn't any actual schools, so I'll put some up here, and then hopefully that will cover this bit. Maybe, probably not. It's 300 residents here. I'm going to need a bigger school, I think. This is a bit ridiculous. Like, you need a school everywhere. Just you get a school and you get a school. Let's put the school next to the emergency shelter, so at least it's safe, right? I love it. The school, a multiple story building, has room for 2,000 students. The emergency shelter has room for 25,000. It must go deep underground, but that doesn't affect our trains at all, does it? No, I can literally build right underneath there, but oh, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna try and stop poking holes in a game that, in fairness, I love Transport Fever and City Skylines, but it's just little niggles, like certain little things that cause problems. Okay, where? There's none out here, so let's put some in over this way. Where was the other one that I put? Here. There's another one over here. This has a more traditional sort of... What on earth is this? Extension wing. Why can I not place it? At least I've got a fair amount of space to put this in. Gymnasium. That's actually quite big. Gymnasium could go like against this road. There. that only gives you 100 capacity. That's bananas. This is just so much. Considering we've got loads of crematoriums over here as well, and they're not doing anything for it. I don't know what I can do. I think it's just there's 900 people here. Probably 20 of them have died at the same time. One hearse can only take one person, right? Doesn't actually say the capacity. Maybe they could squeeze more people in. I mean, they don't have a processing problem as such. They could do 150 bodies in a month. It's green, whatever that means, whether it's good or bad, but it's just not getting them to where they need to go. Traffic's the issue. Traffic flow is really bad down here. Ah! Right, it might just be because of these. That might do the trick. Of course, people are still crossing, but they shouldn't be. Oh, no. More just stuck trains. This game just doesn't like to play fair. There's 7,000 people and growing waiting to go through here, and the trains just can't work it out. Okay, well, this is good to know. I guess you can't rely on the trains in this game to just not get stuck. So that's useful to know going forward. Not really much help now, but anyway, these are actually getting used, so that means that we have trains going backwards and forwards here. So I think what I'll do is start to build out this area over here. What do we have our highest demand in? Everything. Perfect. I could just build what I want. I think I'd put low rent near the motorway, because that kind of makes sense to me, at least. It's not necessarily the fairest of things, but it is what it is. I'll put in some higher density there, and then some medium density in the middles. all these cars going? Where are you going? 72 Heather Street. Why is it driving down here? Why have you parked all the way over here? Is it just there's no parking? That must be it. I haven't put any parking, have I? Oh, why do I always do this? Right, okay, let's put some parking around so they can actually park closer to home. Does mean I'm going to have to get rid of some homes, but hey, we've just allocated some other areas for homes, so that should be fine. Again, these parking structures don't really scratch the itch for parking, do they? They have capacity for 2,000, but instantly get filled pretty much. I mean, this one's just constantly full. This one's constantly full. It's like you need a parking garage that's like 3,000 capacity and a school which is 10,000 capacity. We still have hearse requirements. What do you mean there's no car access? There's a car literally going in there now. This game is broke as hell. Okay. How many hearses are in use? 10 out of 15. How do I get that higher? How do I get more of the hearses out doing their job? Do I have to do something specific, or... I don't know. I think it's just the way this game works. There's a hot zone for commercial over here. We can put a road into this one, make this a roundabout. I'm not guaranteeing it'll flow, but it might have more of a chance than if it wasn't. In fact, it just won't fit. So it's just going to have to stay like that. Fine, at least it's got dedicated right-hand turn, as well as not dedicated. Can we change that? Let's change that. What's the point in having a 2-lane if both lanes go to the exact same place? This one's not even working. Let's try that. Might have the desired effect. Okay. Now that I know that trains don't really work very well with junctions, I'm a little bit skeptical that this will actually work over here. but we've started building this out now. So there's not much we can do. They're all going to a parking structure. Yeah. Ah, there's a bus stop here, is there? No. There is the underground. I don't want traffic lights, but it might actually control the pedestrians a bit. Oh, what? Why? Okay, this isn't working. Let's take out the crossings. If we have to, we can put them further up somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we could put in a path here. Path here. Right, let's take off the traffic lights and let's control this a bit more. So let's remove the U-turns. In fact, that's pretty much where we want it to be. We just have to allow these two to be able to go. This one can go, and then this one has to yield. This one has to stop. Let's see whether that has an effect. Might have to run it for a little while. Allow all the pedestrians to get in the way. And then maybe they'll realise that the crossings are gone. What? Why does it do this? One of you go. Just run them over. They're not meant to be there. Don't seriously. Pedestrians are just fucking it up. There's no crossing here. Stop crossing. Just stop. Pretty much every single car that stops is just because some pedestrians are getting in the way. Like, this lot is all getting in the way of this car. Everything's moving now because no, hang on, pedestrians have gone in the way. So starting to move. Starting to move. City Skylines 2, everyone. I don't know what to do. There isn't really much more I can do. We've got routes through. Probably link this one in, which might help because there is actually a thing there now. Let's take that up to that big one and then go down to here. Slope too steep. Okay. Is there another spot that we could maybe go in? Maybe here. Right, okay. Let's pause it before it builds something. There we go. That's there. We could build here. Maybe. Maybe we can't. Why is it? Is it connecting? Is it not? Okay, whatever. It's connected. Okay. Meanwhile, everything's trying to go, but pedestrians are just getting in the way. This has come down. So maybe once this clears a little bit more, these will start to move, which will then allow this to go, which will then allow this to go, which will then allow all this traffic to move, because reasons. All because these pedestrians want to cross here. I wonder whether I can just put in a crossing further up, whether they might actually use it. We can try. It's not put actual crossing in, has it? Right, go, 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 go. Stop. Just don't do it. Why is it being condemned? Was this medium? Was this high? Let's go with that. I don't know what's happened here. It's just broken everything. Oh, more pedestrians. Okay. Well, I don't think there's really much we can do. They just want to cross. They just always want to cross. No matter what you try. There's no stopping them. If they could fix any bug that would actually make a meaningful impact on traffic, it's allowing you to control pedestrian traffic. Because look at this. All of the cars just stop instantly. And sure, that's in line with real life rules, but equally we've taken out the crossings, so what's the point in having this tool if they're not going to actually follow it? Looks like some might be using this. I'll have to wait and see whether that actually has a meaningful impact. It's not got any lines. It's that one that we haven't quite hooked up yet. Yeah. I don't even know whether we will now, considering this is so balked. I bet you that all of this traffic's just going to... so they're going into the parking structure here to go there. Okay. I see. It is all parking. Maybe if I put a parking structure here, so it didn't have to compete with that section. Why are they crossing here? Don't know. Don't care. I'm pretty done with this. This game is just a headache. It's just a constant headache. There isn't really a way of doing much about it because of shit like this, where pedestrians literally just block everything. Yeah. Trains that block other trains. It's simple. Stop the train here and here, here and here, so that it can't block this area. Similarly with up here. Stop the train here and here, so that it doesn't go across and block an exit. But I guess that's too difficult for this game. But that's the problem. This is the exact problem. All it would take is a few more trains to come along. It just cause a massive pile up. Anyway. This is just making me sadder and sadder watching it, because there's so many nice things about City Skylines and City Skylines 2 even. Like the road building tools, feels like they focused on the highways a lot. Not people crossing the roads. The little things. The trains blocking each other. If you have train tracks actually merge. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't think there's much more that can be done. It'd be nice if they had that route shower, the pathfinder. So you click onto a road and it shows you the routes that people are taking, because it would tell you whether people are actually where they're coming from. But anyway, try and build a bit of a better route through it. I don't think there's much that can be done. This stuff as well. What is this? Why? Broken as all hell.